Hi, good day all. So today we'll be doing January 2023, paper 1, 1 till 20. Right? The first question, what is the value of digit 2 in number 48.621? This is a repeated question. The answer is A. But to do this question, you can put over your decimal point is 1 and we count how many digits to reach 2. That is 1, 2, so it's 2 zeros, so it would be 2 over 100. Or if you don't know, 48.621 after your decimal point is tenths, then hundreds, then thousands. So the 2 is 200. So that's how we got A to be your answer. All right. Let me just, so if I need space. Right, then we're going to look at B. What is 50? What a percentage of 50 is 10? So we have answers here, so we can do this several ways where we could say 5 over 100 multiplied by 50 over 1. Let's see if we get 10. No, you wouldn't even get 10. You'd get 1, 2. You'll get 5 over 2. That is not 10. So 5% is not the answer. Then let's see 20%, that's 20 over 100 multiplied by 50 over 1. 50 into 51, 50 and 100, 2 could go into 20, 10. So my answer is B. All right. That's how you would do this question. You would use the answers, the options that they give you to get back 10. And once you get 10, you know that is your answer. In standard notation, what is this written as? So first off, we have to, in standard notation on scientific form, our aim is to get one decimal point in front of our number, one digit in front of our decimal point. So you're going to shift it 1, 2. So it's going to be 2.086. We're going to look for those options. B and D would be out. We should multiply by 10 to the power of what? If we are going to the right-hand side, right, your power will be negative. So this is negative 2. So my answer is C. In a school, the ratio of number of pupils to number of teachers is 20 to 1. This is a next one. I think the answer was 42. But let's go and check, right? If the number of pupils is 840, how many teachers are there? So we know it's a 20 to 1, right? 20 being your number of students, 1 being your number of teachers. They said the number of pupils is 840. So we want 840 to something. We'll put this as X. First off, it cannot be D and it cannot be C. We cannot have 840 teachers. We cannot have 820, right? So then, because this is the ratios are the same, right, we can say 20 over 1 is equals to 840 over X. We want to find out what is it, X, so we can cross multiply. So you get 20X is equals to 840. So X would be 840 divided by 20. So you're going to get 42. And that is your answer. Right? They ask you for a bag of apples can be shared equally among 6, 10, and 15 children. The minimum number of apples that is likely to be in the bag is, first off, the minimum number of, when they ask you a question like this, no, it is LCM. I think we did this question already, and the answer is 30. But let's see. We find the LCM of 6, 10, and 15. This is 6, 10, and 15. We're going to say 2, 3, 5, and 15. Right? The next one would be 3. That's true. 1, 5, and 5. Then we use 5 again. 1, 1, 1. Once we get 1, right? Remember the numbers outside here must be prime numbers. We're going from the smallest prime number to the larger ones, right? So it'll be 2 by 3 by 5. 2 3s are 6. 6 5s are 30. So my answer is E. Number 6 says if 4.3 multiplied by 0.37 is 1.591, then what is 43 multiplied by 0.37? First off, before you even do anything, you need to make sure that these numbers you're multiplying is the same. So we have, if we remove the decimal point, you have 43 multiplied by 37 will give you 1591. That's this first one. Let's see if they're the same. It has 43. If we remove the decimal, you're going to get Also 37, this is equals to 1591. So they are the same. However, the decimal point is where it comes, right? If you look at how many digits there are after a decimal point in your multiplication, we have 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 digits after a decimal. So they shifted 1, 2, 3. So we see that they're shifting the decimal how much ever places we have in our multiplication. So if we look how many digits we have after decimal point in the second part, we have 2, so we will shift it to 1, 2. So the answer is B, 15.91. Right, number 7. Which of the following sets is defined by x as an element of integers such that it is minus 2 is more than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 4. That's how you would read this, right? I told you guys, don't even try to separate it into two how we would do inequalities. Please note that the range is from minus 2 to 4, right? They have an equal to, so they're including minus 2 and they're including 4. We're looking for one that has minus 2 till 4. That is D. That is how you would get your answer. Item 8 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting sets, P and Q. In the Venn diagram, the number of elements for P, what is this? P, this is Q, right? That's P and that's Q. Right. The number of elements of P is 5, the number of elements of Q is 9, and the union between P and Q is 10. They said the number of elements in the shaded region of the Venn diagram is, first off, the shaded region is the intersection. So before we even do anything, you think about this formula. The number of elements for P union Q is equal to the number of elements for P plus the number of elements for Q minus the number of elements for, hold on, plus the number of elements for P intersect Q. So what does P and Q have in common, basically? So they're telling us 10 is equal to, this is a repeated question as well, 5 plus 9 minus some number, which is the intersection. 5 plus 9 is 14, so that 10 is equals to 14 minus some number. We don't even need to solve this. You can know 14 minus 4, so the answer is B. Again, this is a repeated question, guys. We have dealt with these questions almost every year, right? So your answer is B. Which of the following sets is an example of disjointed set? We know disjointed set means they have nothing in common. The answer is even and odd, right? Which is A. Right, this is our next repeated question. All students in this class play Scrabble or checkers or both. If 36 of the students play Scrabble only, 16 students play both Scrabble and checkers only, what percentage of the players play Scrabble, checkers and not Scrabble? Meaning they want to know how much played checkers only. So we know it would be 36, which is Scrabble, plus the ones who played both, which is 16, plus checkers. We'll put C is equal to 100. This is a little bit different from what they would bring, but they're using the same numbers. So first off, 36 plus 16, 6 and 6 is 12, 3 and 1 is 4, so that's 42 plus C is equals to 100, right? 42 plus what will give you 100? 42 plus 48, right? If you add 42 and 48, you are going to get 100%, so we know checkers is equals to 100%. Right, item 11 refers to the Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting. My bad, guys. This one, 36 plus 16 is not 42. It is 52 plus C, right? 52 plus C is equal to 100, right? So yeah, C is equals to 100 minus 52. So C would be equals to 2 minus 10 is 8, 5 minus 9 is 4. So the answer is 48. Oh, I don't know what I went on there, but yes. So the answer is 48%, right? All right. Item 11 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting sets. The number of students in each set is replicated, right? So we have Oh, I didn't put this. This is hockey. This is volleyball, right? How many students play either hockey or volleyball, but not both? So we want they play either hockey alone or volleyball alone. That's 5 plus 4 is 9. So the answer is C. Right? I am making these circles a little too big. The answer is C. Right? A set of two-digit integers that is divisible by 7 is an example of. First off, guys, this is two-digit integers, so we know there's a limit, right? Divisible by 7. This is not an improper set. It is not an empty set because there are numbers that are divisible by 7. It's fine, infinite or finite. First off, they said two digits, right? There's only so much two digits there are. So it would not be an infinite, it would be a finite set, right? Number 13, for every $100 sale or part thereof, a salesman is paid $10 as commission. It has sales, if his sales for a particular month was 1,020, how much commission was he paid? We did this question already, but let's do it, right? We know that if for $100, he is paid $10 commission. Then for $1, it would be 10 divided by 100, and therefore for 1020 would be 10 over 100 multiply by 1020 by 1020. We cross out the zeros, we get 102. So his commission is C, 102. Right, then let's look at this question. The simple interest on 600 for T years at 5% per annum is 210. Now, what is the value of T? First off, we can use the formula that we know that time is equals to simple interest multiplied by 100 over principal by rate, right? And we can just put it, simple interest is 210, so it'll be 210 multiplied by 100 over 600 multiplied by 5, right? We're looking for that. That is B, right? Or you could have done it where we know simple interest is equals to principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time all over 100, right? We know our simple interest is 210 is equals to principal, which is 600 multiplied by rate, which is 5 multiplied by time, which is T, all over 100. If you don't remember the formula, guys, this is the way that you would do it. First off, you're going to carry across divide by 100, so it's going to be 210 multiplied by 100 is equals to 600 multiplied by 5 multiplied by T, right? So if we carry across this part here, 600 multiplied by 5, it will turn to 210 multiplied by 100 divided by 600 multiplied by 5 is equals to T, and that is your answer, right? If you don't remember the formula, there are different ways that you can do it, right? Let's erase this. Your answer for part 15 is at a bank. At a bank, EC is $2.60 is equivalent to $1. For every $1 exchange, 10 cents is deducted as an exchange tax. How many EC will Leon receive if he exchanges $1,000? First off, I think C is the answer. Well, let's just prove that C is the answer. They said they deduct in 10 cents. So we cannot say 1 US is $2.60. We have to say 1 US is equals to $2.60 minus the 0.10. So 1 US is equals to $2.50 EC, right? So therefore 1,000 US would be $2.50 EC multiplied by 1,000, which is equals to 2, we're carrying across 1, 2, 3, so it's going to be 2500.00, so it's 2,500, right? So that is how I got C as my answer, right? 16, a calculator was marked at 120, is sold for cash at 30% discount. How much change would Susan receive for a calculator with a bill of 100? I believe this is a question that we did already. Let's do it, right? We know that 30% discount would be 30 over 100 multiplied by 120 over 1. Cross out the zeros, we get $36. So it's $36 off. So the cost of the calculator would be 120 minus 36. Right, let's minus 120 minus 36. Right, this is 4. This is 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is $84, right? If the calculator, she paid 84, then the change would be 100 minus 84, which is equals to 16. So my answer is A. Right, 17, a man is paid. This is so much, this question comes, but this question comes so much, but they change it around a little bit. What would I ask? A man pays 60 cents for every 200 meter cube of gas used, plus a fixed charge. If he pays 178.75 when he uses 55,000 meter cube of gas, how much is his fixed charge? If we remember this question, guys, we know that the answer is 13.75. The fixed charge, right, was 13.75. But let's prove it. First off, the total amount paid, so the total paid is equals to $178.75. Right? They said that if 200 meters cube is equal to 0.60, then 1 meter cube would be 0.60 divided over 200, right? Therefore, 55,000 would be 0.60 over 200 multiplied by 55,000. Right? When you do this, you're going to get 165, I believe. $165. You can check it. Cross out this, 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 0.6, that's 0.30. When you multiply 0.3 multiplied by 550, you're going to get 165, right? If the total he paid is 178.75, then fixed charge would be a total paid 178.75 minus 165. When you minus this, you're going to get $13.75. That is how you would do this question, right? If you're going to do working. A plot of land presently valued at 12,000 appreciates in value at a rate of 2.5% per annum, meaning every year, right? What will be the value of a plot of land after 1 year later? First off, we need to find out how much is 2.5%. So 2.5 over 100 multiplied by 1,200 over 1. You cross out the 2 zeros, so you get 2.5 multiplied by 120. When you multiply, you remove the decimal point. 120, you add 2 zeros, and then you divide by 4. This is 3. 120, right? Then you carry this back 1, so it appreciates by $300, right? This is how much it increases by. So they want to know what will be the value of the plot of land 1 year later. If it is presently valued at 12,000, it increases by 300 every month. First off, you didn't even have to do this. The answer is D, right? They want to know the plot of land after 1 year later, meaning it will be more than 1,200. So it will not be A, will not be B, it will not be C. This appreciates means it increases in value. You have to look at the values that are more than 12,000, which would be D. All right, this question here was given a set of times. I believe the answer is 20%, but let's check it out. A loan of 8,000 was paid back in 2 years in monthly installments of 400. We know 2 years is 24 months, right? Some of the questions did not put 2 years, they put 24 months, right? That's why I said they would change up 1 or 2 lines, but it's basically the same thing. So we know that if 1 month is equals to 400, then 24 months would be 400 multiplied by 24, which is 9,600. right? So your interest would be 9,600 minus 8,000, which is your interest is 1,600. Now we know the original is always 100. So if 100% is equals to 8,000, no, we're trying to find percentage. So go back, right? If 8,000 is equals to 100%, then 1 would be 100 over 8,000. And therefore, we want to find for 1,600, that would be 100 over 8,000. Right? Let's just go to the side here. Multiply by 1,600. Cross out this, cross out this, cross out this, cross out this. 16 into 16, 1. I mean, 8 into 8, 1. 8 into 16 is 2, 0. So the answer again is 20%. Right? This question and article, we did this question as well. An article is bought at 125, was sold for 175. The profit percent as a percentage of the cost price was. First off, profit is equal to 175, your cost is selling price minus your cost price, right? Which is equal to $50. So we know our original, which is 125, is 100. So if 125 is equals to 100%, right? Then 1 would be 100 over 125. And we want to know what is 50. Therefore, 50 would be equals to 100 over 125 multiplied by 50 over 1. First off, let's use our 25 timetable. 25 into 100 is 4. 25 into 125 is 5. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 50 is 10. So 4 by 10 is 40. So my answer is B, which is 40%. 40%. And that would be the end of numbers 1 till 20 for January 2023.